You know what I've been seeing picking up in popularity is this topic about DL women. I did a video on this particular topic. We're going to get into what she has to say here in a second. But the last video I did about DL chicks had some really interesting comments from women who were thanking me for talking about the actual subject. I was more like a spectator looking in and interested. I was like, you know what? I've never seen anybody talk about DL. Because, you know, they'll talk about DL men as insults. Most times they're just talking shit. And just say, oh, he's probably down low, DL, because he does not promote my delusional standards, expectations, so on and so forth, right? It's what we hear over and over again. And for people who don't know that, that's pretty much a woman who's parading like she is straight, heterosexual, but on the low, she loves women. Let me see. I want to read some comments here from that video that I did a while back so you guys really see what I'm talking about.
Make you feel better.
Hold on. I'm going to bring it up on screen here because this actually surprised me. You know, I just thought I was just reporting on a, you know, video that I thought was interesting. So the original video had this chick talking about DL women. This is what she had to say about them, right?
Let's talk about these down low women.
Let's
talk about the women that try to be your friend only to try to sleep with you. That don't get talked about enough. Like we talk about DL men all the time, but we don't talk about the women that try to be your friend. And they get to know you. Y'all get to hanging out a little bit and they get to throwing their little stuff out there trying to see if you're going to catch it.
Is that what's going on out here, ladies? So for the rest of that video, she talks about how she's had multiple instances of women who were DL reach out to her for advances, you know, sexual advances. And these women, a lot of them were married. Some of them were just actually parading as being single and interested in men, but they just don't want, you know, they don't like the stigma that comes with being DL. And this was a really interesting video because I wasn't prepared for the amount of comments that I was going to get from women who are like, thank you for actually talking about this. This happens so much. Check out a few of these comments from these women here talking about this. Check this out.
I've been propositioned by 2 female coworkers. One was married and another was in a relationship. They out here fishing. It's because society has normalized demonic and perverse behaviors.
Okay, there's her. And if you just look through this comment section, you have other women telling their stories. Check it out.
Facts. I had a supervisor like that. Was making unwanted advances and I checked her. Clearly let her know I wasn't interested. Shortly after that, problems on the job. I even changed my shift not to be around her. Then one of my CO workers was hospitalized and I had to work with her every day. I start getting physically ill, not wanting to go to work. It was a lot. I was still in my 20s at the time, not knowing what to do. I should have filed a sexual lawsuit.
And it's not surprising to hear that people are more reluctant to charge women of SA when it comes to this particular situation, right? They probably feel more at liberty as women to hit on other women on jobs. Again, these are other women sharing their stories because people look, oh, why are you pushing? No. Here they are. Here's somebody else.
Yes. I literally had to tell a woman yesterday we can be friends, but I'm not bisexual. Haven't heard from her since.
Cut her off because she told her she just wants to be friends and she wanted more, right? Insane. Somebody else here, another chick.
Yes, this is exactly why I cannot have a lot of women friends. Because every time I try to make friends, they try to mess with me or touch me inappropriately, and then when I tell them to stop, they wouldn't act like they're offended and they don't respect my boundaries. It's ridiculous.
That's pretty crazy. Are you guys seeing this? It was like comment after comment. Here's another one. Right? It was like comment after comment.
This is why I don't have any female friends. I'm glad somebody finally aired it out.
Another one.
She's telling the truth. I've had a few so-called friends come on to me, and it ruined our friendship. Seems like nowadays sex is the #1 priority. It's sad out here for low vibrational.
There's more. But I think the main point I'm trying to make here is this topic is definitely something that more women wish was talked about and should be presented as a problem. Why? Because they feel harassed, in their words, and they don't think that people take it seriously enough. Somebody else here, another woman.
You know what? That's crazy because as I watched this video, I have gotten some friend requests from random women I don't even know. Never accepted any of them because I choose not to have any female. However, when you don't know Jesus Christ, you are subject to live any kind of way.
Let me see. See if we have any more here. It's downright disrespectful, this chick says. Somebody else here says, oh, wow. Nope, not in my circle. Okay. So there we go. We have a woman who has not experienced this. Sis on point with the 100 emoji right there. What else do we have? I've lost every friend. I mean, okay. Let's not be extreme here. If every female friend who's hitting on you is DL, I think that there's something wrong there, right? What do you guys think? We can't get too extreme. It's just like if a guy came up to me and said, every male friend I have has hit on me. I'll be like, are you serious? Are you're being honest about that? And they said, yeah, man. I can't have male friends. They end up hitting on me. I'd be curious to know the type of people they like to keep themselves around. I want to be careful to not be too extreme about this. And so I'm not like taken away from the validity of the topic here, that this is something that a lot of these chicks wish more people talked about. Here's another chick.
If only you men knew, this is a global thing. Half the time it starts at some of these Sweet 16, unfortunately. High school, girls' parties, college dorms, etc.
This chick says it's global, that it's global. It's a global pandemic. Another chick here.
Yeah, I've been through it a lot this year. Dodged so many bullets.
Damn. They're dodging bullets, right? From these DL women. Guys, endless comment after comment of woman sharing her experience with dealing with is very aggressive. They're very aggressive is what I hear. Right? They don't give you an inch. They're very aggressive women.
I had this happen a few times this year. They can even be in a relationship or open flings and want you to join. I had to leave all those types of women alone once I started realizing what they were after. It's always about sex with them and getting you vulnerable.
Wow. Yep. Yeah, man. I think, again, the quickness at which a lot of chicks will use the insult, because it's typically an insult to men. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you are. If they don't like you, you could be married. If they disagree with you, you're probably gay. Especially if you're a man who embraces your masculinity and you don't like the extreme, aggressive, boss babe, feminist, empowering that usually takes away from a man's place in this world mindset. Then they're calling you all types of stuff that if you love masculinity so much, then why don't you just go be with the man, right? Then come the insults and the ridiculousness. But there was this other chick who had more to say about this particular topic. Check it out. The guest deep.
Oftentimes when I'm on this app, I'm always seeing conversations.
Let's take it back a little bit. I want to make sure we hear every word.
Oftentimes when I'm on this app, I'm always seeing conversations around DL men.
Right.
And I often do not hear about DL women because they do exist. And I want to talk about it. A DL woman or a down low woman engages with other women, but they like to keep it very hush hush. A lot of these women are married and they are in relationships with men. Also, a lot of these women come from conservative or very religious background. A lot of them are deep in the church and they do not want to disappoint their families when it comes to what they actually want, which is other women. They usually have a ton of internalized shame and they fear being judged, rejected, or discarded. They not only feel the pressure from society, but they feel the pressure from their families to have children and to marry men.
So I guess if you take the current situation we're in right now within the dating market, it makes sense that if someone's going to be hiding, then they're going to be hiding in a place where you wouldn't expect them to be, aka a marriage, aka masquerading as someone who has more traditional values, so on and so forth. And I think that a lot of chicks don't mind insulting men and calling them gay or DL, even if they choose to support and embrace that, just because they know how that makes a man feel or how it has people looking at them within a negative light. A few different comments here. This commenter says our aunties and grandmas and sometimes our mothers. Here's another comment that says, I was once a DL woman. That's interesting. That's like a dude telling you he was once a DL man. What do you guys think of that? Somebody else here added, I was so agitated when I figured out my grandma's homegirl was her sneaky link. Whoa. Whoa. Whitney Houston, as this person commented there. I don't know enough about Whitney Houston's personal life to know if that has any validity to it at all. Please let me know in the comment section. Here's somebody else who says, because they are DL women, but I feel they're more closeted and experiencing confet rather than taking advantage. Here's somebody else who says, my mama, what's confet? We're learning all types of words today.
Confit is an abbreviation for compulsory heterosexuality, a concept introduced by feminist poet Adrienne Rich in her 1980 essay, Compulsory Heterosexuality.
We've heard enough. We've heard enough. We've heard enough. Makes sense. Why we don't know what that is. Here's somebody else who says, my mama child, she didn't tell me when I came out as gay, but found out recently she be sneaking and geeking. Seems like there's some connection there, right? If your parents were dabbling in who knows what, you know, can that pass on to the children? Somebody else here says, facts. I see a lot in the Caribbean community, and I'm a Caribbean myself. Here's somebody else who says, why do I actually like it? I'm bi and I like straight women as well. You're bi, but you like straight women as well. Confusion. What do you guys think of this actual topic? Of course, let me know